Welcome back, everyone, to Simple Mind Space. Today, we're going to be talking about something a little different. You know how we usually focus on productivity hacks, mindset shifts, and all those things that can help us be more efficient and effective in our work and lives? Well, today's episode is a complete 180 from that. We're going deep into why we need to escape the clutches of hustle culture, or as some like to call it, the grind. Now, you might be wondering, where did I get this idea? Why the sudden shift? Honestly, a lot of it comes from my own personal experience. I used to be incredibly unproductive, but over the past few years, I've really made strides in getting things done, meeting deadlines, and just generally being more organized. I've learned a lot of that through trial and error, from books, articles, even from observing those around me. However, the more I delved into the world of productivity and self-improvement, the more I started noticing a trend, a relentless pressure to constantly be on, to be working, to be achieving. Everywhere I looked, it was all about maximizing output, optimizing every single minute of the day. And honestly, it started to feel suffocating. So today, we're dissecting this always-on culture, this glorification of overworking ourselves to the bone. We'll talk about where I think this pressure stems from, the very real dangers it poses, and most importantly, how to break free from its grip and live a life that feels more balanced and fulfilling. First things first, why are we even talking about this? Where does this obsession with constant work come from? While I don't have a definitive answer, I think a lot of it boils down to the increasing complexity of our world. Think about it. Life used to be much simpler. Limited TV channels, information restricted to a handful of newspapers and magazines. If you wanted to learn about a specific topic, you had to actively seek it out, maybe wait for the next issue of your favorite magazine, or visit the library. Now, we're bombarded with information from every direction. Millions of YouTube channels, endless TikTok feeds, Facebook, Instagram, it's overwhelming. And guess what? A significant portion of this content revolves around, you guessed it, productivity, biohacking, self-optimization, and the like. We have books like How to Win Friends and Influence People, The Power of Habit, and countless others, all preaching the gospel of efficiency and effectiveness. Don't forget the endless stream of motivational quotes, Instagram gurus, and even celebrities jumping on the bandwagon. Remember Elon Musk's viral statement about working 80-hour weeks to change the world? This constant messaging, from influential figures to everyday social media users, reinforces the idea that we need to be working ourselves to the bone to achieve anything worthwhile. It creates a culture of comparison, pushing us to constantly evaluate our own productivity against others. It can make us feel guilty for taking breaks, for spending time on leisure activities, for simply existing without hustling. This brings us to the crucial question. How can you tell if you've fallen prey to this toxic hustle culture? Here are some red flags. Feeling perpetually guilty. Do you constantly beat yourself up for not getting everything done on your to-do list, even when you've accomplished a significant amount? Do you feel like you're always playing catch-up, that there's never enough time? That's a telltale sign that you might be placing unrealistic expectations on yourself, fueled by this culture of overachievement. Health taking a back seat. Are you sacrificing sleep, exercise, or healthy eating habits in pursuit of getting more done? This is a slippery slope, and ignoring your physical and mental health will eventually catch up with you. It's not worth sacrificing your well-being for the sake of a never-ending to-do list. Relationships feeling the strain. Are your relationships with your loved ones, friends, and family suffering because you're prioritizing work above all else? When your social life starts taking a back seat, it's a clear indicator that something needs to change. Leisure time feels like an obligation. Do you find yourself filling every free moment with activities and tasks, even when you're supposed to be relaxing? Do you feel guilty about taking breaks or indulging in hobbies because you could be doing something productive instead? This is a classic symptom of hustle culture poisoning, making you feel like you constantly need to be on. If any of these resonate with you, it's time to take a step back and reevaluate your relationship with work and productivity. Remember, you are not a machine. You need time to rest, recharge, and enjoy life outside of work. So what can you do to break free from the shackles of hustle culture? Set realistic expectations. Stop trying to do it all. Prioritize your tasks, delegate when possible, and be okay with not getting everything done on your list. Remember, progress over perfection. Focus on quality over quantity, and celebrate small victories along the way. Establish clear boundaries. Create a clear separation between work time and personal time. When you're off the clock, be fully present with your loved ones. Engage in hobbies you enjoy, and allow yourself to truly relax. Prioritize your mental and physical health. Make time for activities that nourish your mind and body. Whether it's meditation, yoga, spending time in nature, reading, or simply taking a break from screens, prioritize self-care and make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Embrace stillness. Resist the urge to fill every moment with activity. Allow yourself time for quiet contemplation, daydreaming, or simply being present in the moment. You'd be surprised how rejuvenating it can be to just be without the constant need to do. Be mindful of the content you consume. Pay attention to how certain content makes you feel. If you find yourself constantly comparing yourself to others or feeling inadequate after watching a video or reading an article, it might be time to unfollow, unsubscribe, or take a break from that source of information. Remember, your value is not determined by how much you work or achieve. It's okay to slow down, to prioritize your well-being, and to define success on your own terms. The self-improvement industry often thrives on making us feel like we're not enough, that we constantly need to be striving for more. But the truth is, you are enough. You are worthy of rest, relaxation, and a life filled with joy and purpose that extends beyond the confines of your work. So, take a deep breath. Give yourself permission to let go of the pressure to hustle and start living a life that feels authentic and fulfilling to you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know this was a bit of a different episode, but I truly believe this message is so important in today's world. If you enjoyed this episode and found it valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to the Simple Mind Space podcast. Until next time, take care and be kind to yourselves.